welcome to episode 14 of the teppidPodcast, the Monday Pool Archives. And tonight we'll be looking at the Steve Smith Memorial Cup 2016 and the Teppid League Cup from 2016. What happened was half of the Steve Smith Cup was played and then the Teppid League Cup was played, and on the third night the Steve Smith Memorial Cup was concluded. So without further ado, we'll get going with the Teppid League Cup. We'll do the second of the 3 nights first, and it's from the On Cue. So we'll be looking at this League Cup over the next 3 episodes. With me tonight, I've got the usual accompaniment to my podcasting. It's the nemesis Nick Allen, currently of the Bridgewater in the Chester League. Hello, Nick.
Hello, Andy. Again.
Excellent. And also, as was featured in episode 4, we have Alistair Elliott back on the team. How are you, Al?
I'm fine.
Oh, excellent. Are you looking forward to reliving some pool memories tonight with us?
Yeah.
Excellent. Welcome to the show. Okay, so I'll play the footage in 3, 2, 1, play. Right, so who have we got here? Well, if you don't recognise him, it's Steve Elrick, and he's just broken off. And he's potted. And he's looking good at the minute. Yeah. Who knows, this could be a short game. That was always tough, getting on that red on the bottom. He's playing safety, I think, here. Yeah. Looks like Mr. Holliday is stepping up to take him on. So, do you know a bit about Andy, because we saw him in episode 3. Do you remember Steve Elrick at all, Nick?
Yeah, he's a potter. He hasn't really got a safety game. He likes to pot everything.
Yeah, I think you might have played against him when you were at the cottage. He was with us down at number 15.
I remember that famous cup game where we beat you. Trevor played him and Trevor beat him. Yeah, your memory's good, man. I mean, we did cover that in one of the episodes, didn't we? A Decade of Cottage B, episode 6. And that's a good shot from Steve. He's got a bit of position now. Yeah, I think these black ball all suit Steve. He's getting around quite nicely, and that shot is even okay because he's allowed to do that. Do you remember Andy Holliday and Steve Elrick, Al? Yeah.
Who do you think will win this one?
Andy Holloway.
Yeah. Another nice pronunciation of his name. I'm sure he'll like him as he listens to it back. He's oh, I thought that was going to drop.
I think he's snookered him, hasn't he?
Not quite, Nick. It's a tough, long one for Steve, though. And he's really screwed up there with the white in the middle. Do you expect Andy to take advantage here, Al? I think we all know that Andy's capable of finishing these on his day. There's some talk going on here about something. Steve's pointing at the yellow over the pocket. Any ideas, Nick? What's going on here?
I'm guessing he might have pointed out there's chalk on the yellow ball or something.
Ooh.
Unless you tell him that there's no point in potting that yellow over the pocket because unless he's coaching his opponent, because 2 shots don't carry. Andy might have been reasonably new to Black Ball.
What to do and what not to do. Because at the end of the day, it could cost you the game if you're going to help your opponent.
It does, but I mean, you still see players doing it, don't you? People who probably don't take the tournament that seriously, or they're thinking they can help them and still win comfortably. That's a surprising miss over the middle, isn't it, Al, from Steve? Andy can do well here. Just Steve putting the chalk on the table, something I probably wouldn't be too happy about, but I think Andy's doing the same on the other side. If he can put this yellow in the middle, he's away here. Just get himself around the black. Lovely. Just hasn't got the legs. Great position.
2 shots. Shouldn't need them though.
Well, he's not using him, is he? That could be a mistake. It's not an easy black. Yeah, he's
giving Andy the game, man.
taking his eye off the prize. He's probably
75%
of the time. Yeah, no problems there.
Game over.
Right. Well, Al, you were right. 1-0 Andy Holliday. And do you think he'll be able to manage 2, or do you think a draw is the more likely result? What do you think, Mr. Alistair?
I think he's got the Andy's got the better safe all-round game, so I expect a 2-0 win.
Yeah, I think on that evidence, Steve can certainly pot. Probably quite new to playing competitively. So you remember Andy quite well, Alistair, from the cottage and number 15. Cracking him up. So yeah, I'll give you the lowdown of who's in whose group in a second. It's broken off, but nothing down.
Not easy starter either.
Yeah, Steve's not managed to take advantage.
No.
So,
And he hasn't left Andy much either. He read in the corner, well, that's about it. And he's missed.
He's kind of got the ball nearer the pocket, which is something. This is Group 1. With 3 groups this year for the League Cup. And players were seeded on which division they were in the Steve Smith Memorial Cup this year. Andy being in the 3rd division, Steve and Marie in the 2nd, yeah, nice long shot there from Steve.
Leonard, what was that?
Well, I could be wrong actually. Maybe there was no seeding going into the League Cup groups.
Andy.
Both Andys. I'm cocking up my statistics, and Andy Holliday's cocking up a couple of balls.
Might be changed my mind in a minute about this game.
Well, Andy has the advantage. Having won the first frame, he's under less pressure. Yeah, Alistair. He'll have to unmute himself if he's coming back in. And that's a nice little shot from Andy.
The only bad thing I'd say about that is he's opened the yellow up to Steve. Steve hasn't really got any difficult balls left, has he?
Apart from the yellow down at the top.
One, the edge you missed that.
It's gone. Red's gone safe. But, still all to play for.
I don't think either of them are thinking about this, how to play this game. I think they're just trying to pop balls, aren't they?
Well, it's generally a good rule of thumb in black ball. Especially Andy being one to the good up, and probably one of his toughest games in this tournament. He's done well there, a couple of nice pots. So you can squeeze this red past the yellow, and at the very least cover the pocket. Yeah, that'll do him. So yeah, Andy's straight back in this one. 3 balls left for each player. Nice. Do you bang him to make this one, Nick? Oh, just a bit off.
No. Well, I thought he was going to put the light then. Nice easy yellow to start with, Steve. Oh, he's missed. Can't believe that.
Why should not that other yellow out into a better position?
Yeah, but his left hand easy, quite an easy red.
1 down, 2 to go. These aren't easy. Alistair, you'll have to unmute yourself if you want to come back in. I muted you because you weren't saying anything.
I think he's gone on the phone, has he, to ring you?
Hang on a minute. They're still there because we can hear Nick through your phone. So yeah, you have to press the microphone button so you can join us again. You should have a microphone button on your screen. You need to press that. Because I can't unmute you see, if anyone knows anything about such packages, such social gathering room packages. You have to click on the picture of your microphone. Should be somewhere in the middle of your screen, in the bottom middle.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah, click on it and then it won't have a line through it anymore. Right, big shot from Andy. I mean, that would have been game if he'd got that in, I think.
Yes. I expect a child to pop that yellow. No offence. No one should miss that. Oh, he's going the wrong way round.
Oh.
He's made that difficult to play.
Have I done it now?
Flirting with the pocket.
Yes.
Nice one.
Yes, we can hear you talk. We can hear you. Alistair, you can put your phone down now.
Okay.
Oh, his position's alright in the end. He's managed to knock the red off. Now that is fortune. Fortune favours the brave.
Very lucky man.
I think a deep screw would be nice here. See if Andy's going to go for it. He's certainly digging into it a bit. He's just selling to drop it in, which is fine. So Alistair, Andy's just 1 shot from glory here. Is he going to make it?
Perhaps you can double it.
Oh yeah, great call. Yeah, nice long double. Probably leave the white safe as well. That's a very good shot though. That was the next best thing, wasn't it, Al? Just to do that. Steve has a glory double for the yellow, but always never a
Good
banker.
job it's not Monday rolls because I know what I've done there.
Well, just roll up to it without hitting a cushion.
Yeah, and try to get 2 shots.
Alistair, a bit of a mystic Meg here, projecting the right winner. Let's see if you can call all the games right tonight. I think I'll bet you up against each other actually. I'll give Alistair that one because he was more confident in Andy than you were, Nick. So I'll ask you who you think's going to win the next one. So you'll have a quiz question and a fun fact tonight. What's a good quiz set question? Yeah, I mean, seeing he's at the table, or he's just finished at the table, what is the correct name of the person who's just played the first game that wasn't Steve Elrick? So is it A, Holliday, B, Hallway, C, Holliday, or D, Vacation?
So you're asking that too?
Both of you.
Hey,
What's A?
I'm not bloody saying it.
Alistair, what do you think it is?
What was the question?
So the person who's played in the first game that wasn't Steve Elrick is called Andy.
Yeah.
What's his second name? Is it A, Holliday, B, Hallway, C, Hallway, or D, Vacation?
Holiday.
Holiday. You'll get the answer at the end of the show.
Right, he's playing this game.
We'll have to wait and see. I mean, it could be quite a few people, and I think we've got probably 12 players on show in this competition, if not more. I'd say we have 14 players. Again,
And that's you, so I think that's you playing somebody.
well, I'm faffing around at some point, aren't I? I imagine we've got 2 tables on the go. There's Andy just making sure he gets his arse on camera as usual. I mean, I'm sure they'll step up. Looks like Corey's stepping up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you're listening, Corey, we'll be looking forward to have you on the podcast at some point. He's breaking off. I mean, Corey, I can tell you now, is in Group B. Group 2, sorry. So, it's the 2nd of May 2016 we're going back to, and it was a Monday down at the On-Q Club in Ellesmere Port. So Corey's broken off and nothing's gone down, am I right?
Yes, but I haven't seen who he's playing yet. Obviously nobody.
Someone's got to play.
No one's got to play.
Anyone fancy it? I'm giving Marcus a bit of chalk. Marcus Turner. Alistair, do you remember this chap? Tell me you remember him, Nick.
Yes, I'm just trying to work out who I fancy for this game.
Well, I think when it comes to who people fancy, I think Marie might win out quite a few times.
You know what? I'm going to call it. I don't think it's Marcus. I think Marcus is going to lose both games.
So, Alistair, are you going to go with Marcus for this one? You've seen him play. You think he'll do okay for you?
Yeah.
Okay, Alistair, you're going for Marcus. And you're 1-0 up as it stands, Alistair, against Nick in terms of calling matches.
Well, I can call one game. My game against Alistair, 2-0 to me.
Would you agree with that, Alistair? I mean, we're looking at the matches here. It looks like there could be one player that's notably absent from this tournament.
Who's that?
Do you believe that you weren't playing in this, Alistair? At least not in the Teppid League Cup part of it, anyway. But it doesn't matter. It's good to have you on in some capacity. Since last week, it was basically all you for an hour, and you featured quite heavily in the other episodes. So we'll just have you in it.
It was you and Andy last week, Alistair, for about an hour.
You'll get to see that one at some point. But yeah, we'll have you as a compliment rather than seeing you on the table this week.
Has anyone put a ball yet?
I think Marcus got a yellow down, hasn't he? Thin.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's 6 balls down.
I think he's
6 yellows left.
that shot's quite handy.
2, 4.
So Alistair, you still got the faith in Marcus? That's a good shot from Corey though. That's cracking. We can just hold his nerve here. He's just missed that one.
Oh, Corey!
Some way. Yeah, I think a good rule of thumb in this type of match is to just get the balls down. I think if you do the basics right, I think you'll qualify from the group. He's a bit close to his work here, but he's got a chance of a yellow. He's just underhit it a bit. But yeah, both players seem like they're doing a bit better now. They're getting in their stride a bit. Yeah, it's a nice long red. So Alistair, would you be looking to pull out a couple of pots here yourself? Because I know when you get going, Al, you can get a few balls down, no problem. Plus, you're one of the few people that's actually been playing over COVID, I understand. You've had access to a table where you're staying at the moment, right?
Yeah.
I believe you've been playing a bit of killer.
Yeah.
How have you been getting on with that? Have you won the prize a couple of times, or?
No.
But, I bet it's only a matter of time before you do. I'm sure.
You're probably fresh as old, Alistair, because none of us have been playing.
Exactly. Yeah, we're not going to be any good when we get back going again. Yeah, but it's an only matter of time before you win, Alistair. The amount of experience you've had over the last 10 years playing with us. Ooh, this looks a bit dodgy, playing the yellow near the black.
When you not play the yellow on the cushion, play a safety shot.
I'd probably be going for a double here. I mean, you've got kind of a big pocket as well, with that red being near the pocket, but I can't actually see the double would work. But yeah, a safety would equally be a good shot, because the reds are not good if you leave them down that side of the table. Marcus just escaping, knocking the yellow in.
So he can't pop that, he's shooting.
Well, he's shooting all right now. He just needs to. Yeah, very good. I think he's got a plant in the middle. Would you be going for this, Al?
Oh, that's unlucky.
See if Marcus can. Yeah, it's all tied up.
You lucky little. I think he's been watching Alistair too much, he has.
If you close your eyes, Al, do you think that this could be one of your games? I mean, would you fancy yourself to beat these two players?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
It's very humble, but I think you certainly got better at Marcus half the time you played him, and
I think you beat both of them. hands down.
I think Corey generally got the better of you, but I think you drew with him. You drew with Corey back in episode 4, so yeah, you're certainly capable of getting as good as you give in these sort of matches. A good shot there for Marcus.
I think is he snookered himself then?
Yeah, he's not left himself much, has he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the other 2 people in this group, me, Andy Jackson, and Alistair Davies. So I think this is certainly a must-win game for the person who wants to qualify from this group.
Oh, Andy, how come you get it easy for him?
Well, we'll see. You are a part of this tournament, I will point out. So you'll have to wait and see whether yours is an easy group or not. But Mike Jackson was absent. He was one of the strongest players that could have played in it. So Alistair, you're not the only absentee. Simon Popplewell, not present either. So there's 2 top division players that weren't available. So I think there's no group of death by the looks of things. If you're going by that logic of top league players, you've got myself, Alan Kavanagh, Alistair Davies, and Ron Wilson.
In your opinion?
Well, in terms of who was in the Steve Smith Division 1 this year, and I'll remind you that when we're watching these, we've already had the first half of that a week earlier. But we'll be joining that week after we've had the 3 weeks of this tournament. Yeah, nice drop in by Marcus. I don't think he can get round to it. It's tight.
Miss.
Yeah, he couldn't get past the red.
Come on, Rory. Clear up.
Did you call him Rory then? Corey the Rory.
Oh, he missed that. How he missed that? Even my mother got that.
Oh, he's got another one.
Come on, Rory. He's missed again.
Oh, that's even better. So surely, Alistair, Marcus just has to tap this yellow in and put the black, surely. I mean, ideally with a bit of screw back, but yeah, he certainly looks in good position here, doesn't he, Al? Yeah, he's done alright there. He's given himself a chance putting the black in.
I bet the white goes in.
He's gone for the double. Oh, that triple. That could have been about a quintuple there if that had gone in.
Think about it.
That would have topped your quadruple that we saw in the episode 4, Alistair. I think you were kind of a master of shots like the quadruple, weren't you? Certainly one of the best doublers I've seen, Alistair. Beating Will at the cottage springs to mind, definitely where you double the black. And we also have talked about when you won at the Bridgewater, and I'm sure you doubled one of the last balls that you potted in that as well. So he just needs to get this black down the cushion, not the red in. Or if he does knock the red in, make sure he pots the black.
Glory, no, God's sake.
I think that's the right shot, and it just hampering the queuing. It's a nice shot. Tough black.
I'd go with that one first, then go for the one in the red. Then you could have got a better angle, easier shot to go on the black.
Well, I think 2 shots ago, if you asked him if he'd have this shot on the black, he'd probably taken it.
I don't think it'll happen now.
I mean, some players wouldn't, but he's just overcut it there. Yeah, this match could go either way.
Yeah, lovely black from Marcus, 1-0. So it's looking good for your man, Alistair.
Mm.
I think you're going to beat Nick tonight, the way things are going. So Corey's got a chance to get a draw out of this one now.
I think this is going to be drawn out.
Fun fact for today. I don't know if you're aware. I mean, both of you will remember, or at least have been alive for most of the 80s. So, 1985, Coca-Cola brought out New Coke, which was a slightly different taste to the original Coke. And they did that at the expense of the actual Coca-Cola. So everyone was complaining, saying, we miss the old Coke. And guess what happened? Well, they brought the old Coke back, and then sales rocketed. There you go, a nice marketing plea there from Coca-Cola. Nice little screw shot from Marcus. He's just not quite come out. I tell you what, it's looking alright for him now though, isn't it? So, he's just, yeah, that would have been great if he could have knocked it in. Well, it's quite a different conversation tonight, isn't it? Last week, of course, we were all talking about the European Super League. Nick, you were saying it would definitely happen, weren't you? Yeah, I don't think I've spoken to you. Do you think it was a good idea, Alistair, the European Super League?
No.
Yeah, I think we're all agreed on that one, aren't we? Every supporter of a football team in England. So, will you be watching any of the Champions League this week, Alistair? What with Liverpool getting knocked out? Will you be keeping an eye on Chelsea v Real Madrid?
Mm.
Tell you what, he's knocking some nice long balls in here, isn't he, Marcus? So he looks like he's in pole position. And I think, Alistair, you've got a knack for predicting who's going to win these games. That's a great shot from Marcus. Bit lucky, maybe? Do you think, Al?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you can afford to give him 2 shots. Corey still has 5 reds left on the table. Are you a fan of Coca-Cola, Alistair?
No.
What was your drink of choice? I know occasionally you had a cider at pool. Didn't you normally have Coke when you were out playing pool with us?
Oh yeah, I did have Coke, yeah.
Yeah, I always remember having you half a Coke. Ooh, good shot from Corey. He's not Marcus's ball. I don't think Corey realised it's not a foul. I think Marie's stepping in and saying something here. Yeah, she's reminding Corey that it is fine that he's not Marcus's yellow in. So yeah, I think Marcus just has a black now. Just needs to be able to get it out into a potable position. Again, he's foul, but it doesn't really matter. So yeah, what's your drink of choice then for? Well, apart from cider and Coke, what else do you drink, Al?
Only tea.
Tea, yes, like a true Englishman.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get a cup of tea down at the On-Q. I think Cliff Hurst, I remember him getting some coffee one night at the On-Q. Nick, you'd be getting a Carling, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Oh!
Guinness.
Yeah, it's good if you're hungry to get a Guinness. That's he's had a couple of fortunate shots in there, but all in all, a well-deserved victory. Do you think, Alistair, for Marcus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree so. And Curry made some good shots, but he just couldn't quite get going in that one. So yeah, 2-0 to Alistair, Nick. In terms of predicting the scores. Who's up next? Do you remember what Ron Wilson used to drink at pool matches?
Yes, I don't think what it was called.
Mans, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Mans Ale.
I sometimes have that when I go in the cottage.
Well, it's quite weak, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, my drink of choice at the moment, well, aside from hot chocolate, is a Bud Light. Before that was a Coors Blue, which is less than 0.0% alcohol, so
Andy, I just got to check something.
yeah, sure. Can you unmute yourself when you come back in? It's alright, I'll leave you on. Are you a fan? Check an old statistic, no doubt. Nick, have you tried any of this 0.0 alcohol beer or anything?
Yeah, I've been drinking most of it. Most of it since lockdown's been going on.
Have you really?
Yeah.
You don't need to drink it to socialise, do you? So you might as well have no alcohol. No, I don't really. I'm not really a fan of just drinking it for the sake of it. I think if you're out on the town, you know, make people make you feel like you're more, you know, if you're driving or something, you could feel more attached to the people you're out with that are drinking. Oh, I've not put anything there. Of course, this is me and Alid now, and the other group, the other two players from Group 2. So Alid's got a long shot here. Yeah, nice shot. Just no position. That's an old Liverpool shirt, isn't it? Well, you'd expect it would be with it being 26. It's probably quite new in 2016. Quite a nice one, that. Do you think, Nick?
If you're a Liverpool fan, you probably, yeah.
Well, I appreciate a good football shirt. Nice Liverpool kit. Did you get that one, Alistair?
What's that?
Did you own that Liverpool shirt that Alid's wearing? See, the Warrior kit supplier. Quite a nice one. The black or the third strip with red across it. Oh, yeah.
No, I haven't worn one.
What are you saying? You've never worn a Liverpool shirt, or just that one? This is going a bit better now. I've broken reds up. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that one.
Who's winning this game, Alistair? I'll let you call first.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah. What? Who do you think? Do you think me or do you think Aled? The Liverpool player, or well, bonus point
or the Oldham player.
Well, I'm not wearing an Oldham shirt here though, am I? Any guesses for what kit I am wearing?
an Italian team that didn't sign up for the. Again, I've managed to break it open a bit. An Italian team that didn't register for the European Super League. That's
AC Milan.
No, they did register.
Inter Milan.
No, they registered as well.
Oh, did they?
It's not Juventus either. It's the away shirt of something like 2004. Well, I don't know.
No,
Maybe around
Spanish.
2010.
That's Spanish.
Gazzi used to play for him.
Lazio.
Yeah, Lazio. Yeah. Alistair, are you going for Liverpool or Lazio in this one? Oh dear, I have to get the old rats maze ticking away there.
Liverpool.
Right, you go for Liverpool. So Nick, you're lumbered with me, I'm afraid.
It looks like it, yes.
I mean, that shot there from Aled, I thought that was me playing it. I think we've got reasonably similar cue actions. Yeah, Aled just punches him in. Yeah, great player on this day, Aled. I mean, this could go either way at the moment.
Why did he pack him?
Well, Aled, current holder of the Shield, 2016. So been playing reasonably recently. I think Alistair, I can mention your mate Steve. I mean, it was me. I was captain. I think in the decider, I decided to put Steve on instead of probably a stronger player that we had available. And I think Aled was a bit annoyed that we hadn't played it that very competitively by throwing Steve on. Of course, Steve was the guy that came on in the last game when you beat us at number 15 in the cup, Nick, when you were at Cottage. But yeah, I think that was the last game Aled played when well, for number 15 anyway, when I'd not made the competitive choice in the last game by putting myself on or somebody else stronger than Steve. But a good player on his day as well, your mate Steve, isn't he, Alistair?
Yeah.
I know you used to play a bit of snooker with him as well. I potted that nicely. I'm not ever going to be in a great position to do anything after that, but at least I can knock this red away. I'm not going for it. Making Aled tackle that corner. But yeah, Steve Williams, another player that didn't really feature past about 2016. Alistair, you played with us in 2017, didn't you? But it's 2016 now, and I think in terms of teppid, the Ellesmere Port Pool Independent Division, we've got more members, more people playing in these tournaments than ever before. So enjoy these ones, folks. Was that you, Nick? Popping your head around the camera?
I don't know. It might be. I don't know.
We can see a lot of feet over there. I assume that table we can just about see the corner of. Someone just played a red into the corner and missed it there. Looks like it might be Marie playing now. Yeah, so we've got two tables on the go.
And yeah, I've got to go now.
That's okay, Alistair. We'll catch you soon. Cheers, mate. Thanks for joining us. And we'll give Nick first dibs on the remainder, but you can have the people he doesn't pick, and we'll see if you win. Okay, cheers, Al.
Okay.
Take care. We'll catch you soon.
Do I just switch this off?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, just see what you can do there. Alistair Elliott, everybody. Nice of him to pop back. A bit of variation, more talkative Alistair Elliott than in episode 4. So we've got that looks like a bit of a calamity. I think I managed to do alright though. Oh no, Alistair's yellows. Sorry, Aled's yellow. Oh, look at that. What do you make of that shot, Nick?
He's not thought about that at all.
He's just gone in straight to have a screw back, and he's chipped it, and he's not hit it well. The white's followed the red into the yellow into the corner. So, oh yeah, that's right. That's another shot you could do in black ball rules. You could knock the opponent's ball onto the cushion, or make it even worse for him, and then use a 2 to because they don't carry. Yeah, so I see exactly what I've done there. That's not the best shot. I'd still give myself a 40% chance of clearing these. So I'll drop this red in, quite thin. So far so good. I've managed to avoid the white in the middle. So do you make me to get this, Nick? Do you bank me to make it?
Yes.
Kiss of death. Rattled it, but I think I've but yeah.
No. It made it difficult for him anyway.
Yeah, well, that's thinking ahead. I've put his yellow into a worse position, as bad a position I could possibly get it, really, without risk fouling on the first shot. So give yourself a bit of my dad's one for one of those as well, making sure if you do miss it, then you're not leaving your opponent much. It's a good shot from Alistair, from Allied. I'm going to have to try and do something special here, not to leave him on, really. Going to have to try and come thin off the black, and in fact, if I go for the thin cut naturally, I'm going to leave the white quite safe. I've missed it. Yeah. It turns into a snooker match. There you go. Alistair Elliott has left the building. We were talking a bit about wrestling after everyone left us last week. Do you remember Shawn Michaels when we used to?
Yes.
When Bobby Heenan used to say Shawn Michaels has left the building. Excellent. So, yeah, I've just managed to fudge Allied up a bit there. So, yeah, I don't think he can quite get round. It's not a tight snooker, but he can't quite get round. He's going off. I'm going to try Alistair's quadruple shot. So yeah, again, I'd probably give myself a great higher than 50% chance of making this shot. So, but the way I hit the last one too hard, yeah, I've not done that either. I mean, this isn't particularly good. If you're watching episode 10, I dish off Simon's break. I think I played up. The thing is with me, if the balls are open and I think I can make a dish, I'll kind of knuckle down and try and make it. I think sometimes when I can't do a flashy finish, I'll sometimes, well, especially back in this era of me, I would have been a bit more careless and perhaps not played every shot as carefully as I could have. Yeah, I've tried a quad triple or something, or a long double. As good a shot as any, I suppose. Right, Allied for to put Alistair's man 1-0 up, and he's missed it. Right, now this is a 98%er for me. Yeah. But the way I've been hitting them hard lately, I'd probably say I've got a 90% chance of putting it. Okay.
1-0 to Andy, 1-0 to me in this game.
Yeah, that's it. 1-0 to your bloke.
Yes.
So yeah, Alistair could have left early, but he could still beat you in this little competition, because if you don't pick the right guy, Alistair gets the one you don't pick by default. So. And I'd say the first two matches will probably go against, would probably be slight upsets actually.
I'd said so.
I understand the way you've said it. You know, in terms of the players on a whole of what we've seen over the times they've been playing with us and around us. I've got a nice, I don't know if you remember those thin tables at the on-cue, Nick. I've kind of got all my sheets and writing stuff down on these thin, high tables. Alistair's not potted anything either off the break. I mean, this is the same table as we've seen for... Yeah, it's got to be the same table we've seen for all of the Q matches we've had so far on the podcast, with the exception of the one pocket last week. Right, if I can just slow it down here. Yeah, that'll do. So, yeah, New Coke. I mean, you would have been too young to remember that. It was mainly an American thing, but... Are you a fan of the current brand of Coke, Nick? Coca-Cola original?
Yes, I think I am, yes.
I mean, you can get lots of different types of Coke nowadays, can't you? Light,
Yes.
lemon twist and all that. So, what an age we live in, eh?
Yes, true.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've had any Coke. And it's, you know, for me, it's more something you'd get when you're out in a pub playing pool. Or down Pizza Hut. Yeah, I'll take that. Although, I'll step it. Have I fouled there or something? Or me?
Must have done.
Don't know what's happening there. But is Ali just...
Snookered himself.
Ali just potted one of my yellows.
So you must have had 2 shots.
Or maybe he's...
Because it's just snookered you now, hasn't it?
I mean, it was actually quite a smart idea to put my yellow if he's going to put me in that good a snooker. I mean, it could have been better, but I've not got out of it, so fair play. Aled still has 7 balls on. It's 2 shots don't carry. I'd be playing this red on the left side down the rail here. I don't know what you'd be doing, Nick.
Yes, I think I would, yes.
I mean, on his day, Aled is capable of clearing these up. Yeah, he's doing the same thing. I mean, yeah, that's fair enough. He doesn't want to give himself much of an angle. Just drop this down and leave himself with a red. Yeah, he's potted it. It didn't matter whether he potted it or not. I think you can see the red over the pocket on the right hand side. He's going for this one. He's just missed it. Yeah. Maybe he couldn't have got that other red, or he was just thinking a couple of shots ahead. Yeah, this isn't the best exhibition of pool that you'd see me play. I mean, I'm just grinding it out here. This is probably quite familiar to a game that you'd see me playing for you on a Monday or a Thursday, isn't it, Nick? Kind of just trying to grind it out and get...
Yes.
And just get the...
Win.
Yeah, exactly. I'm happy with that shot there. Nice thin cut down the corner. Yeah. Into the blind pocket, the whole length of the table. Yeah, I honestly can't remember whether I win this one or if it's a draw, so I don't tend to watch these games back very often. Well, if I did watch it back, it probably would have been quite close after the tournament, and so I haven't seen it in about 5 years. Do you remember watching any of your matches back, Nick, before we've done these podcasts?
don't think I have now.
It's nice, isn't it, to look back several years later.
Yes.
Yeah, it certainly was worth recording them and uploading them or saving them to correct file or whatever. Okay, so I don't think Ali's left me much. I can kind of cut this yellow here into the bottom right hand corner. Sorry, left as we look on the screen. But then again, my white is running quite wild. So, from what you've seen tonight, Nick, would any of the players you've seen be good additions to your team? If you were to start a new team up?
This game, these two played this game. Yourself and Alan. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, just on the basis of what division and the Steve Smith we were playing in this year. I guess me and Aled would be two of the strongest players. But then again, I don't think you would have played in the previous year, so you'd be in the bottom league by default in the Steve Smith. That's what a couple of unknowns. So I'm sure there's. We saw Steve Elrick. I think he played the previous year. So he was already in the second division. But yeah, you could tell that he had potential, and Andy. I mean, I'm sure you'd have Andy Holliday playing with you, wouldn't you?
Yes, if he was available. Don't think it's available. Don't think it's available on a Thursday, and I don't think he likes playing on Monday anymore. Anyway.
Yeah, it's all academic at the moment, isn't it? But yeah,
Yes.
yeah, but yeah, you're right. He, his circumstances might not change. He might continue to be unavailable on Thursdays. So I'll just has to knock in a couple of reds here. He's kind of got a dodgy looking plant here. If he can knock the red in the middle. That's nice, that is very nice. Now I know he can screw a ball back on his day, so take this one at the bottom, yeah. I think Aled might be an alright doubles partner for me. We've probably not played together in doubles very much, but I think we think reasonably alike. Would you say that, Nick? Is he playing the shots which you think you'd be playing yourself, yeah?
Yes, I don't know how he's going to get. Just don't know how you're going to get an easy shot in the black.
I think he'll just drop it in, yeah, leave himself a long black into the corner. It might even go in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah, it's especially important in Scottish doubles, I think, to have someone who plays similar shots to you, so you don't have to talk too much. Ooh, hit my yellow on the way in. Right, big balls time for Mr. Jackson here. Drop this. I'd say just drop the ball in on the yellow in on the cushion here, and then try and play for the one in the middle on the same side. But it's a very tough shot. Yeah, that's better. Run it through. If I play with this with a bit of run through, I might not leave him on the black if I miss it. But I think at this point I'm 1-0 up. The other two players in the group I don't think will cause me too much trouble, Marcus and Corey, so I think I should just go for this. Drop it in and then put him playing it with screw back. I'm not sure why I played it with screw back.
Maybe you thought you could put yellow off the black.
I'm on the wrong side of it. I mean, sometimes I think I used to just play better. I used to think that just feel like I was shooting better by playing a bit of screw back. I think I've sorted that out. Although that was an awful position. Yeah, it's cost me. It looked like it was going to be okay, but then it just went too far and came on the cushion. I've got a thin black now. Will I make it, Nick?
Hopefully.
Oh, where's a white going if I do make it? Oh, actually no problems there. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, 2-1 to Alistair. And I'm joint top of this group now with Marcus. Yeah, we've got a result from Teppid League Cup Group 1, and it's Marie Arneson 0, Andy Holliday 2. So Andy Holliday flying in that group. We've got a couple of results from Group 3, Nick, if you're interested. Well, we'll go back to those. We've got a couple more results in Group 1. We've got Elrick 2, Steve Davies 0. Now that's the same Steve Davies that played with us from the Cross Foxes. And so Andy Holliday leading that group with 2 wins. Elrick with 1 win, and then Marie and Steve Davies propping up that group at the moment. So we'll go back to Teppid League Cup Group 3, shall we, Nick? Give you a couple of scores from there.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so Nick Allen 1, Connor Walker 1. No, okay, well, so all to play for. Ron Wilson 0, Alan Kavanagh 2. So big win for Big Al there. Just like he's done on other occasions. He's got the win over Ronnie. And then also we've got Rikki Bill 2, Ryan Wellsbury 0. I'm sure you remember Rikki.
That's a shock.
You remember Ryan Wellsbury as well?
Not really, but it was just a shock about Rikki, because he's not the most reliable person to rely on to win a game, is he?
Well, I think yeah, reasonably closely matched with Ryan Wellsbury. But yeah, it's a good win, big win for Rikki. Well, that's your Group 3. It's a 6-player group, that one. And the league table so far, we've got Alan Kavanagh and Rikki Bill at the top. You can see that as Alan's just potted a red in the corner. And we've got so that's Nick Allen and Connor Walker 3rd and 4th, and Ron Wilson and Ryan Wellsbury 5th and 6th. And this is a top of the table clash between Alan Kavanagh and Rikki Bill.
Well, I go Big Al.
So you're going for Big Al in this one. Seeing of how you criticise Ricky's game, I think if it's a draw, I think I'll give Alistair the win in this one. Is that fair enough?
Fair enough, but it's very unlikely.
So Alistair,
Big Al's probably one of the favourites to win the competition.
providing he doesn't fall asleep when he's playing, right?
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, he seems to be doing as well as anyone at the moment, Al. Making sure of his pots. Yeah, he's putting that yellow, yeah, he's confident, you can tell he's got a big win over Ronnie, and he's just be nice and steady. If you can just run this through and then get that yellow down into the right. Yeah, he's probably tried to force it a bit too much there. Rather than letting the natural position win out. Yeah, good shot from Rikki. no element of fortune in that shot at all, was it? I mean, that's just pure skill. Well, that one was skill, but the previous one wasn't a fluke, was it, Nick?
Of course it wasn't, Andy. Anything you say so.
Nor was that one, right?
Well, and that one, I mean, you can't tell me that you played for that, Andy. No way.
I mean, this is good Rikki Bill. See if you can do the simple ones, not quite.
No, it's copying Alistair.
Yeah, it's kind of a very Alistair couple of shots there, wasn't it? But yeah, that'll sit. Oh, nice cut from Big Al. She's got that problem ball on the cushion near the middle bag.
Yeah.
Oh, he's stayed up. Oh yeah, just couldn't. If that had gone in, it'd be away. Liking the hairdo Ricky's got tonight, and the jacket's all right as well. Must be quite hot in there.
I can't see Big Al's head in the way.
I think rarely I didn't wear a t-shirt to play pool. I mean, this is April. Sorry, this is the start of May. So if I was wearing like a hoodie or Marcus or a tracksuit top like Rikki, I imagine would have been quite hot. I mean, yeah, I'd just wear a t-shirt for every game. I mean, I'd know in advance what t-shirt I was wearing for each match, and even if it was cold, I'd make sure I was just wearing a t-shirt from a frame. Yeah, this is more like it now. Just continue where you left off with those nice pots earlier. Drop this yellow in and take the long black. Yeah, I think he just tried to force it a bit too much, hasn't he, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no way Ricky's going to hold this one. So he's coming up and down. Well, he's gone up, but he's not going to be able to come down. Just leave himself neatly in the jaw of the pocket there. Could have been a nice long waist double there. He played the Alistair Elliott style double shot, but he's just missed the ball completely. Unfortunately, Al is playing from that end. He's playing the white very close to the. Would you be putting the white so close to the yellow now?
Not that. No, I definitely wouldn't. I'd have to bit of a gap.
Danger of double hitting it there. But he's still away. He's just got a simple black over the middle for 1-0. Okay. So yeah, the favourite is 1 to the good. So right. So will we be rejoining the tournament next week? Plenty more of these matches, and a couple of new faces as well, I'm sure. Maybe a new voice. But yeah, we'll go back to we won't be rejoining Group 2 again, but we will be rejoining Group 1, and we'll certainly be joining Group 3 again. So that's good news for you, Nick.
No ball down off the plate?
No, Ricky's not really given a good smash there, has he?
No. And Big Al's not really done anything either.
Yeah, just knocking there. Would you be playing this yellow off the red into the middle or straight into the middle?
That good shot.
Yeah, straight into the middle, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be breaking them up a bit here, but I mean, you don't want to risk putting the black in, but by smashing them too much. But that's unlucky from Rikki.
Well, he's just got down and hit it, hasn't he? Hasn't thought about it. Oh.
Yeah, I mean the shot pot was nice. I mean, yeah, that can be one of Rikki's problems, not getting the pot right. But you know, the white's running and it's got into the corner. Yeah, here Alla's got to break him up, but just be careful he doesn't pot the black. Yeah, nice shot. Unfortunately, his red has gone back to the yellow that was actually free and stopped it from going into the corner. Yeah, just undercut that yellow into the middle. So he's not fancying those 3 balls by the pocket. Yeah, that's a nice shot from Rikki. Nice red into the corner. Rikki actually, yeah, lovely shot. Smell like it. Probably playing better than you might see him play in 2017 on a previous episode. And of course he's already got the win under his belt against Ryan Wellsbury in the first match. Summer Ryan Wellsbury. Yeah, I was just settling to put the yellow over the pocket.
Did he ever play for you in the Chester League, hadn't he?
Rikki?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. I remember him playing at such places as Saltley Ferry. Or is it Saltley Tavern? I always get these mixed up. What's the one with the big table called?
Saltley Tavern.
Saltley Tavern, right, yeah. And Rikki actually did play reasonably recently, probably as late as 2018 maybe, playing for Madison's in Ellesmere Port. And that was not with us. But yeah, he did play with us at the Traveller's Rest, Rikki.
Rikki Dicky Davy.
Yeah, no, Rikki
Who
through
played
Marcus.
for you in that then?
Good double from Al. From the Traveller's Rest in Ellesmere Port.
Yeah.
Well, we first went there with to join Cliffhurst when our little sort of Legion team didn't continue. And myself, Big Al, Dave Dean and my dad went over to play with Cliff on a Tuesday. And then I captained the team for a couple of years. And then Cliff managed to get his sort of PLC team going again, which was a team he'd previously run from the Seahorse and the Rake Hotel, which won a couple of leagues, a few leagues over the years, but there was about a 7-8 year gap at least, I think, before the PLC won it again, and my dad's got a league winners trophy in the house. I've got league runners up and cup runners up trophies from playing down at the Travs for the PLC.
Did Alistair play for you in that at
But
all?
yeah, when I sort of in the middle, the team where it wasn't the PLC, it was a Traveller's Rest. In fact, I don't think it was actually called the PLC after that. But yeah, when I was captain and Cliff was playing for me, people like Alistair and Rikki and Marcus were playing with us as well. Yeah, we were.
How did Cliff take that then?
Well, there weren't a lot of Cliff's players around at that point. So Cliff was quite happy just to string along and play with us and play with my team really at that point. And then at that, I think he was already playing with us on a Monday, and then it was around then when we started playing on a Thursday as well. But so we I think we did all right. Just saying this unlocks a black in.
2-0, and it's 2-2 overall.
Yeah, 2-2 between you and Alistair. So we'll call it a draw. I think he can count himself lucky really, considering he left halfway through the podcast, but it's still good to hear from him. I mean, the Ellesmere Port League, you can never tell whether it was, looking back, whether it was one league or two, because it kept changing between one league and two leagues. Someone like Jeff Povey always wanted it to be two leagues. I probably preferred it two as well, because you got more to play for then. But yeah, Nick, yeah, any words from yourself?
Yes. Hopefully we'll see a better standard next week.
Well, who knows? We might get yours truly stepping up to the plate.
Yes, you never know.
Yeah, any standout performers or any early tips on who might win it?
My money's on two people, Big Al and yourself.
Okay, yeah. I mean, thinking at the moment, I can't remember off the top of my head who wins it. So it'll be interesting to, as you do the journey along with us, folks. So yeah, that's all from me, Andy Jackson, and Andy the Action Jackson, and the Nemesis Nick Allen. And we'll catch you next time.